Well, I do still stand behind the Ledger Nano S as the best budget option for a cryptocurrency hard wallet. It does fall short in a couple of aspects. First of all, this tiny little LCD black and white screen and these two buttons that you use to navigate the menus. Kind of frustrating. Also, lack of Bluetooth. Granted, I will cover I probably wouldn't use Bluetooth to transfer crypto. USB-C. It's 2021. We shouldn't be seeing much of that anymore. And the list of supported coins is relatively scarce, especially the onboard storage only being able to store between 3 and 5 digital currencies at a time. I have right here in my hand the SecuX Stone V20, a very trusted brand when it comes to cryptocurrency hard wallets, cold storage wallets. We're going to break into the box, check out some of the key features, see if it warrants the $140 price tag, and if there's any cons or areas of improvement for their next version or iteration. So in my opinion, with the Stone V20, one of the major key features or selling factors, if you will, is the fact that it has a 2.8-inch touchscreen, which will make navigating the menus an absolute breeze in comparison to something like the Nano S or even the Ledger Nano X, which is their more expensive premium version from Ledger, which is still not the most convenient user experience. So you have some nice foam in here, keeping your device in place. And overall, this feels insanely premium. It can only give you guys the sensation of sight and sound when it comes to YouTube, but touch-wise, this is actual metal or aluminum on the outside. And the back has this very, very nice rubberized coating, kind of like what you would expect from a table coaster. So very nice. Between that rubberized material on the back and this very premium feeling aluminum or stamped steel, whatever metal material this is. And then you do have that very glossy front finish, which I will say I'm sure will collect fingerprints and scratches like nobody's business. But hey, awesome. So this is a 2.8-inch color touchscreen, and then you do also have one physical button on top. You do also have a very nice premium feeling little plush bag right here. It is kind of a velour material, all black with a matte black SecuX logo on board, and then a USB-C charging cable, which does have an L bend, and it is rather long. I would say about a 5 to 6 footer, better than the 2-foot micro USB cable that you get with the Nano S. Then you get a couple of quick start cards here, which does have color pictures and will walk you through setup. Not to mention the 2.8-inch touchscreen will also walk you through your setup. You have your recovery sheet here. This is where you're going to write down your emergency passcode phrases. So if you ever do forget your PIN or misplace it, you will have passcode phrases on here, you know, donkey, red, house, brick, etc., that allows you to recover your assets. So the actual USB-C port that you will be using for charging as well as pairing and transferring to your PC is actually underneath this tamper seal right here. There are 2 tamper seals on board the box that you saw me cut open, and then there's also this one right here, so you know, hey, this has never been messed with. So while you can buy these from third-party vendors like Amazon, etc., I would recommend buying these directly from the company, so that way you make sure that no third-party vendor or merchant, such as Amazon, had access to this. Now, as you can see, this is a full-blown tamper seal, kind of like the registration sticker on a license plate. As you peel it off, I mean, it's basically disintegrating, becoming useless. So even if you were to try and stick this back on after having plugged this into a computer and used it via USB-C, I mean, you can tell that this has been tampered with. So a very nice security feature, something you would expect from something as important as your financial assets. So before we go any further with this video review, I want to take a look at some of the security features and also the track record of the company itself, because obviously if this does not meet my standards for security, then I'm not going to recommend it to anybody, including my viewership, because this involves your finances. So first of all, Infineon SLE Solid Flash CC-EL5 Plus Secure Element Chip. What does all that jargon mean? Well, first of all, it has an SoC or system on chip, which is designed specifically from the ground up for the purpose of being used in a cryptocurrency hard wallet, i.e. the memory on board, the operating system, none of it's modifiable, editable, Jesus Christ, and cannot be tampered with or changed, because if it is, it will simply not work or run inside the device. Tamper-resistant seal label on device and packaging. Again, there were 2 on the box itself, and then that one on the front that covers the USB-C cable, which you do need to pair to your PC and create an account. So Bluetooth 5. I personally would steer clear of Bluetooth and just use the USB-C connection. It is a nice convenience factor that it has this, especially because you can Bluetooth to your phone and then run the application and move your stuff around your vault, check your cryptocurrency, transfer it, send it, trade it, receive it. But the thing is, Bluetooth is obviously safer than Wi-Fi because you have to be in the close vicinity to connect to a device via Bluetooth. However, if somebody were nearby with a device specifically designed to intercept your transaction, they could do that easier with Bluetooth versus it being virtually impossible with a tethered connection to your PC. This is nice, but this isn't related to security. It is cross-platform between Mac OS, Windows, Linux, Chromebook, iOS, and Android. That is awesome. Here we go. Compliant with standard 12, 18, and 24 word recovery. So again, that is that cheat sheet where you're going to write down your passcodes, and that is how you are going to recover your account in case you have been compromised or you simply lost your PIN number. And then as far as their operating system, their program that you are going to be utilizing to actually manage the device on your PC, it's SecuX Crypto Manager, and this is an encrypted service. Then as far as the actual company itself, SecuX, if you come down here to About, who we are, they were only founded in 2018, so 3 years ago, so it's kind of hard for them to have a solid track record built up. However, I did search for any security violations or leaks of personal information or known hacks of their company or anything like that, and I didn't find anything, so it seems like thus far they have a pretty solid track record. And they've won a couple of awards and accolades, so that never hurts to sweeten the pot just a little bit. So now that we confirmed that this device is safe to use and the company is reputable, we are going to go ahead and power on the device, as that is step 1 to getting this bad boy set up. So you are going to hold down the power button for at least 2 seconds. The screen will illuminate. You'll have this welcome screen, and then it will tell you, welcome, let's get started. So you click on get started. You're going to enter a 4 to 8 digit passcode. You guys don't need to see that. Now, I would recommend going with at least 6 to 8 digits. Do not use 4. The more security, the better here, guys. Then you will have to enter it a second time to confirm. And also, as you can see, the numbers are not in order. They are scrambled and they change when you do confirm. So make sure that you are actually hitting the exact number that you want. You're not just going off of muscle memory, hitting where you think a number would be. Now you're going to choose a device name. Look at that, already gaining some fingerprints on that piano black. You hate to see it. Let's go ahead and name this bad boy SecuX. All right, initialize your wallet. Setting up a new wallet or recovering from an existing wallet. So if you do have an existing wallet and you bought a new model from this company and you want to transfer over your account and your cryptocurrencies, you can do that here. You will have to go through several steps to verify that it is you and your account. But we're setting up a new device, so that is what we are going to click on. So next, you're going to need one of the 2 included passcode sheets. As the next step, it is going to be giving you your backup key phrases. It's going to give you 24 recovery words, which I do appreciate that they're going for 24. If I say 10 or 15 word recovery, adds just another little layer of security. All right, I now have my 24 passphrases on this recovery sheet, which I of course have face down because you guys don't need to see those. And now you are going to need to go through one by one and verify that you do have the correct passphrase written down for each of the 24 slots. After confirming your 24 recovery phases, you will get to this screen congratulating you and saying to go to your account portfolio. Now is a good time to take your recovery sheet and store this somewhere safe. What do I mean by safe? Well, I wouldn't keep this on your person, on your wallet. I would not keep this in your car. I would keep this in your house, preferably in some kind of a locked safe or hidden cabinet in your house. And once you've verified your recovery passphrase, it is time to create an account. Whether you decide to do that on PC, you will plug in to the front of your PC tower or laptop with the included USB-C cable, or if you're going to take the mobile route and do it on your phone, you can scan that QR code right there and install their application. So if you need further assistance with the setup process other than the documentation that's included in the box, you'll go to secuxtech.com/how it works. You will choose what model you have. Today we're working with the V20, which is their flagship, set up as a new wallet, and it'll basically walk you through the exact same document. It'll basically walk you through the exact same steps that we did with the physical instruction manual that we used earlier. But if for some reason you accidentally tossed out the box or something, hopefully you didn't, because that has your card with your passphrases on it. And they do have an application for iOS, Apple devices, as well as Android, so Samsung and Google devices. But we're going to be going with the computer and USB-C connection method. Now, it does support Mac, Windows, Linux, or Chrome OS. However, for browsers, currently they only support Chrome, which isn't a huge deal. I mean, Chrome is a lot of people's default browser. It has been mine for about 3.5 years when I made the switch from Firefox. In my opinion, it is the best browser, period. If people do not use Chrome, it would be nice if they offered browser support for Firefox or a couple of other browsers. Granted, I understand why they're using Chrome. Chrome inherently has the best baked-in security protocols on board. But how you're actually going to connect your new device to your new account is you're going to go over here to SecuXS, right, and select connect via USB. And as you can see, it has recognized my device. That is what I named it, just simply SecuX. connect. Awesome. So if you want to click on this link right here, this hyperlink, it will take you to the latest firmware version and what was changed in that version or iteration. And then here's some interesting security notes here. SecuX server does not store your coins and tokens. So again, this wallet is a cold storage offline wallet, which is, in my opinion, well, it's not really my opinion, it is the most secure type of cryptocurrency wallet. You have hot storage and you have cold storage. Cold storage goes completely offline and your tokens are completely encrypted with your private key. They are fully in your possession. They do not belong to a cloud server or anything like that. They're not managed by any governing body, any financial institution or anything like that. And even though you are using this application, that is literally just for the transfer process. If you're trying to trade crypto for crypto, if you're trying to sell or buy, then this application is the vessel or the liaison for that transaction. Other than that, when you're just storing it, using it as a wallet, if you will, it's completely offline and your coins are only on that device. They're not stored on any server, so that's great. SecuX does not charge any additional transaction fee. That is also very, very good, because whenever you're transferring from Coinbase or any other platform or brokerage that handles cryptocurrency, they're going to charge you a transaction fee. So it would be a real slap in the tuchus if you got charged an additional fee from SecuX, which you don't. SecuX does not collect or store any user data. Good. And by clicking continue, you verify that you understand this. It is required to update the firmware immediately for continuous use. Of course, it's a new electronic device. You're going to need to do a firmware update. All right, so to do the firmware update, it tells you, hey, make sure you got your 24 recovery words on standby, which we do right here, just in case it's needed for the setup process. Ensure you're connected to your PC via USB. We are. Set wallet to update mode. Okay. Awesome. My computer made some beep bop boops. But now it's connected to the update mode. And now when I click on connect via USB, instead of just saying SecuX, it says wallet bootloader. And now we're in update mode. We're going to go to firmware update right. Yeah, there's a progress bar with the update. Please remain on this page before update is complete. So do not close. I'm assuming you can minimize this page if you want to, but don't close it. All right, so once your firmware update is complete, you will have this dashboard right here letting you know, hey, you are on the latest version of the firmware. Now you can begin using your device by adding accounts. So coming over here to how to add an account. Now this is important to note here, and this is synonymous across all hard wallets. It's the same on the Ledger devices, the Trezor devices, SecuX, Ballet, any of the hardware, any of the cryptocurrency wallets out there, and that is that different cryptocurrencies will require separate accounts. For example, on my Nano S, I think I have 3 accounts. One is for the Bitcoin family, so all the coins that fall under Bitcoin. One is for the Ethereum family, and then one is like a lot of altcoins like Doge and stuff like that. And the reason that is because these are all on a different algorithm or blockchain. So for example, the ERC20 family, that's all the Ethereum coins. But clicking on Bitcoin over here, let's go ahead and create ourselves an account. Oh, invalid character. You can't put this little squiggly boy in there. Kevin's, nope, no spaces either. Bitcoin. How about underscores? They like underscores? They do like underscores. I like them too. So now we have an account portfolio, which is shown not only on the actual application on the PC or the mobile device, cell phone that you're on, but also on your actual hardware wallet itself. You guys can't see that, can you? On the actual hardware wallet itself. Lovely. So once you've created a portfolio or an account for a specific coin, for example, we have this BTC wallet here. What exactly can you do with it? Well, you can store your currency offline. As soon as you disconnect from your PC, it will be completely offline and it will be stored on the actual physical device itself. Now, if you want to buy cryptocurrency, you can by clicking on buy over here. They are sponsored by Coinify, and that is their preferred brokerage or exchange. I would highly recommend steering clear of this buy tab altogether and using Coinbase. It is a better exchange overall, especially if you use Coinbase Pro, but even if you're on the base Coinbase, the standard Coinbase, it is still, in my opinion, the best exchange for digital currencies in the world. If you do not have a Coinbase account already, I do have a link in the description below to get you set up. You will get $10 of free BTC when you invest, i.e. buy or sell your first $100 of cryptocurrency, any of them. So that is very beneficial. So say you want to receive some Bitcoin, whether you are sending it to yourself from Coinbase or another cryptocurrency hard wallet that you might have, for example, my Ledger Nano S. Say, for example, I want to transfer some funds from that, or you have a friend, a buddy that's buying something off you in BTC, you will go to receive over here. And you will give them this address right here. I'm not going to blur this out. You guys can have this. This isn't my private key. This isn't my private encrypted key or anything like that. This is my public key. This is what you give to someone as an address as to where they can send the Bitcoin to. That is also reflected on the screen of the actual wallet itself with a QR code that the sender can scan with their cell phone and make it quicker and easier for them to send that currency. And then there is also the same address there, and you will hit yes if it does match what is on screen right here. There kind of is no way to exit out of this, so you'd have to refresh the page and then reconnect. Lovely. Now, if you want to send some BTC or any of these digital currencies for that matter, you will click on the send tab over here. You will enter the recipient's address. So just like we got our address just a minute when we were going to receive cryptocurrency, you will get an address key, a public address key from whoever you were sending the cryptocurrency to, and you will paste that in right here. There's also a QR code icon right here. If you click on that, it will ask for access to your webcam or your cell phone if you're on the mobile application to scan the QR code like we had on the front of our device to make it easier to actually get the number typed in here so you don't have to do it manually. And then you will select the amount that you want to send, or you can click send all over here. So if you want to send the entirety of your BTC wallet, you can do that. Now over here for network fee, again, this is not a fee charged by SecuX. This is the standardized transaction fee for moving currency on the blockchain. So for Bitcoin itself, its entire architecture, currency is traded, bought or sold on the blockchain. Is you have miners basically authorizing these transactions by solving these complex equations with their graphics cards or ASIC miners or whatever. It says higher amount of network fee increases the chances of your transaction being processed faster, but it's not always guaranteed. I would just honestly go for the lowest network fee possible, because a lot of times it doesn't even matter. If you pay a higher network fee, a lot of times your transaction is going to get achieved or accomplished just as fast as if you chose a low networking fee. So save yourself some money. They're relatively low, as you can see. They're generally just a couple of Satoshis, which is basically, think of it like cents on a US dollar. And then you'll hit continue, and it will take you to a verification page where you ensure, hey, your address is correct, right? Because if not, these funds are lost in the air and you cannot get them refunded. And then you will actually send, and then you will get a status update letting you know that your transaction is complete. So what is my verdict and honest opinion of the V20 from SecuX over here? I would have to say, all in all, it is a pretty good device. Physically, it is very, very well built, very durable. I will say, I wish they didn't go with that incredibly glossy piano black face, as it will collect fingerprints and scratches like nobody's business. But I do like the shape and the aluminum frame, as well as that rubberized coating on the outside. The touchscreen does feel incredibly responsive, just like you would get from a cell phone or a tablet. It's not like some of those infotainment centers in cars where it's like, is this thing responding to my finger? Security-wise, fantastic. I mean, it's designed from the ground up to be 110% encrypted and offline, as it is a cold storage wallet, so you really can't get much safer than that. I also do like that you can have several accounts open on the same device at once. For example, on the Ledger Nano S, you can only have 3 to 5, depending on the size of each account. The Nano X, you can have a few more, but still, this trumps them as far as actual accounts that you can have on there. So if you're somebody that has a lot of digital assets, you're a trader on Coinbase or something, so you constantly have a portfolio of several digital currencies. You have maybe, say, 17 or 18 different coins, altcoins, and then the major, Ethereum and Bitcoin, Litecoin, etc. But then you have a bunch of altcoins, Cardano ADA, maybe some Doge or MILF coin or some silly meme coins or something like that. You can store all that on here, which is pretty sweet, as long as you have the correct account for it. Next up, I would say the actual application or user interface is pretty easy to navigate. I had no issues with it whatsoever, and it was pretty easy to understand. So even if I was somebody that wasn't very techno savvy, it was still easy to navigate and browse the user interface. So as for the actual bang for buck or the value, it does retail for $140, which is a fair chunk and change and whatnot. However, I do of course have a coupon code for you Stallions and Stallionettes out there, and that is going to be Gamer Heaven, and that is for the V20 or the W20, and that will get you 15% off. Or if you want the W10 down here, which retails for $70 US, but does strip off some of the features of the V20 and the W20, that coupon code is GamerHeaven W10, and that will get you 10% off. So 10% off the W10 and 15% off the V and W20 models. In my honest opinion, the fact that it does have a very responsive touchscreen, premium build quality, and can store a ton of coins and has pretty second to none security, I would say, being a offline cold storage wallet, it is definitely worth $140, minus 15%, of course, for you viewers out there. And as much as the Ledger Nano S has served me well over the last 8 or 9 months, browsing that tiny LCD screen with 2 little shoulder buttons is kind of a pain in the ass. And when I wanted to store more coins, I couldn't. I ended up having to stash a lot of my coins, my altcoins, in the vault, which is kind of hot storage on Coinbase. Less than ideal. This is going to remedy all those issues. Sweet. If you guys enjoyed this honest product review, liking the video will help it to get seen by more people, so this information will reach and assist them as well. Subscribe for more content like this, and I'll see you guys in the next video, which will be tomorrow, because I upload daily. And don't forget that coupon code. Peace.